Just 2 minutes, please. Fine. So today what we are going to do, I'm going to differentiate. I'm going to give the difference between spoken English and broken English, right? Spoken English and broken English. And many YouTube channels in Odisha, they spread lies telling that spoken English is broken English. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And really, it gives me a lot of pain whenever somebody say that spoken English is equal to broken English. Absolutely not. What is that? So before I can tell you, look, we have something called communicative English. It's very interesting because, I am not telling it's for time pass. It's quite interesting for you. It's absolutely interesting. So I request every knowledge seeking brother and sister who have joined right now here to, to at least give little bit attention to it. Don't worry. I'll take out your questions. Whenever you have any problems, I'll take out questions. Okay. So first try to, give some attention, pay attention to it so that I can tell you a lot about the spoken English, not broken English. But most people say spoken English equal to broken English. No, it's not equal to. Right? So before that, I can tell more about that to support my logic, to support my views. Let me tell you, there is something called throughout the world, there is something called communicative English. We call it communicative English. Right? We call it communicative English. So whenever I say communicative English, what do you mean by communicative English? It is the form of English. It is the form of English that you can use to communicate with so many people. Right? You are trying to communicate. That means this particular English is used to communicate among yourself. Okay? It is used to communicate among yourself. Why it is used? To communicate. You want to use it or you really use it to communicate among people. That's called communicative English. And this communicative English also divided into two parts. Right? Suppose if I give a code word called C is my communicative English, this C can be in two ways. One is called written communication and something called spoken English. Whereas this is called non-verbal, sometimes we call it non-verbal. In most books, it has been written non-verbal. And this is called verbal. Whenever somebody asks you what is verbal communication, it is something called, spoken English. And this is non-verbal, right? So let me tell you one more thing that's quite interesting also, right? So here, the communicative English only divided in two parts. One is called written communication, other is called spoken English. Very popular, right? And you have been here to learn this one. So what is more important? Look, sometimes broken English comes into shape. So let me tell you, if I give you some idea, before I can define what is broken English, what is spoken English, and what is written communication, right? Let me give you few examples. You can easily understand. The first things I'm going to tell you, something like this. Suppose I say, I'm giving an example. I am suffering from fever. I am suffering from fever. This is my first sentence. Okay. So let me tell you, this is a part of written communication. I am suffering from fever. This is you can find in the book, or this is called bookish English. That means you find very frequently. If you go anywhere, like in your school days, even today, you are a professional, you are a teacher, you are a banker, you are going to write your boss, sir, I was suffering fever, or I have been suffering fever, like that you write. So this is a part of, we call it, written English. The second thing is called, let me tell you, the same sentence. I want to tell you, suppose I'm down with fever. And this is called spoken English. This is called spoken English. So what you can understand from the point, something called I am suffering from fever. This is called written communication. And there is something called I am down with fever. This is called spoken English. And what is broken English? Let me give an example. You can, I am going to give an example. Suppose you can say, I am suffering from cold. And this is called broken English. Okay. So what you can understand here? Look, I am suffering from fever. It is something called, it is a part of communicative English. And remember, communicative English always follows the rules of the grammar. Whatever the grammar rules exist, this guy, communicative English follow. Obviously, under this umbrella, we are getting like written communication and something called spoken English, right? So obviously they follow grammar rules. Look at broken English; it doesn't follow any rules. So you can say broken English is something called full of errors or mistake. Errors, or you can say mistake. Full of errors or mistake. If you knowingly do that, you can say mistakes. If it is unknown, then you can say error. So what you can understand here, look at the things. I am suffering from fever. This is my routine communication, right? Because you have been using for a long time. This is bookish English. This is how you write. I am down with fever. This is called spoken English. And I am suffering from cold. Here, cold you cannot use suffering because this is called collocation. I have taken a class. You can say, I have caught a cold. I have caught a cold. So the entire sentence is wrong. Even if it looks like it is correct, whenever it is full of errors or mistakes, and this is called broken English. So how can you say that spoken English equal to broken English? So let me tell you one thing. One popular assumption is there. You can be fluent, but you can say broken English also. So fluency has nothing to do with broken English or spoken English. Suppose somebody is speaking very, with a light in his speech, but he is speaking like this. I am suffering from cold, but he's speaking very loudly or that much of fluently. So fluency has nothing to do with spoken English or broken English. Whenever you are making mistake, that becomes a part of broken English. If you say, let me give you an example. Suppose you say, I am doing mistake. This is called broken English because you know that mistake cannot take do allocation. So you can say this is called broken English. And suppose I am making mistake. And you can say this is called real English or spoken English, you can say. So I have a problem. Whenever people say, like, Spoken English equal to broken English. Absolutely. That's why I put a not equal. Right? So remember, whenever you are going through shorts or videos or YouTube channels, they always give you a different impression. What they'll tell you that spoken English also broken English. No. Broken English means, remember, it is full of errors. I have given an example here. I am doing mistake that you always tell like this. Initial, before learning collocation, before coming contact with me, you are making like this mistake. So whenever you make mistake or it is full of errors, you can say, most people are, even I can give an example. Most of you are speaking English, that is broken English. Broken English, not fumbling. ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହୁଛି ଆପଣ broken English ଭାବନ୍ତି କଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ମାନେ ଥଙ୍ଗେଇ ଥଙ୍ଗେଇ କହିବାକୁ broken English କୁହନ୍ତି no even you are fluent but you are making this kind of mistakes or you are making error you can say this is called broken English. So broken English is not spoken English, my friends. Spoken English also, follow all the rule and regulation of the grammar. Let me tell you a little bit in Oriya. मुझे तो आपको पढ़ाऊँगी should have, could have, can't have, must have, might have. ମୁଁ ସେଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ବାରମ୍ବାର କହୁଛି ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ସାର୍ ଏଠି ଆପଣ V3 ଲଗେଇବେ ତ ମୁଁ V3 କାଇଁ କହୁଛି ମୁଁ ତ କହିଥାନ୍ତି ଯାହା ଲଗେଇ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ ନା because that is the rule of the grammar. ତ ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗ୍ରାମାର କହୁଛି ବଟ୍ ଗ୍ରାମାର କହୁଛୁ ବୋଲି କହୁଛି କାହିଁକି ନା ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ଗ୍ରାମାର ଇଜ ଭେରି ବୋରିଂ ଆପଣ ଜାଣିଛନ୍ତି ସମସ୍ତେ ଗ୍ରାମାର ଇଜ ସମଥିଙ୍ଗ ଇଜ ଭେରି ବୋରିଂ ଆଉ ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଗୋଟେ ଥର ଗ୍ରାମାର ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ କରିବେ ନା ତ obviously will not take interest in that particular English. କାହିଁକି ନା ଆମେ ଜାଣିଛୁ ସମସ୍ତେ grammar is always a boring chapter unless until it is done in such a way. So that's why ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହିଛି what I am SPL technique. What is SPL technique? Right? I have already informed you that you have to create the situation and you have a structure ready-made and you have to speak. This is the situation, this is the structure, split it up. That is called SPL technique. I popularly call it, what is the model? I call it the bullet train, right? 5G, the all modern invention, right? So what I can tell you, my friends, if somebody is telling you spoken English is broken English, wrong. ଆଉ ଯୋଉମାନେ କୁହନ୍ତି ଯେ actually ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ spoken English ରେ ଭୁଲ କହିଲେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଚଳିବ no that becomes a broken English. You cannot make mistake in spoken English because it is a part of communicative English. Because you have so many writing tools, written tools you can. What are the writing tools? It's a writing tools. Pen is a writing tools. Or you can say like paper is a writing tools. You have keyboard, that are writing tools. Whenever you have writing tools, you can say that is written communication. But whenever you have only two things, your mouth and you have a body language, that is called spoken English. I have already spoken a little bit about body language. Body language is highly essential for spoken English. Suppose you say, come, look, you are putting your hands like this. You are doing a lot of gesture. So this hand gestures coupled with body language, whenever you are not writing anything, rather you are uttering words, then you can say spoken English, right? And spoken English also follows all the rules and regulation of the grammar. ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ କହିଛି ମନେ ଥିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଯେ grammar is not an essential. ତ ଆପଣ ଏଠି କଣ୍ଟ୍ରାଡିକ୍ଟ ମୁଁ କଲି ବୋଲି ଭାବିବି ଯେ ସାର୍ ଆପଣ ବା କହିଥିଲେ grammar is not essential. ମୁଁ କହିଛି grammar essential ନୁହେଁ yes କିନ୍ତୁ ଇଏ grammar କୁ ମାନିବ grammar आपको କିଛି କରିବା ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ. The reverse is not true. ତମାନେ ମୁଁ କହିଲି ଯେ spoken English grammar କୁ follow କରୁଛି କିନ୍ତୁ grammar ପାଇଁ grammar ଏଠିକି ଆସୁନି. So we are not learning grammar. ମୁଁ already grammar ଟାକୁ different way ରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ପଢେଇ ଦଉଛି କେମିତି ମୁଁ କହୁଛି suppose ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ବୁଢା ଏଇ ସିଚୁଏସନ ଲଗେଇଲି ତ ମୁଁ ସିଚୁଏସନ କ୍ରିଏଟ କରୁଛି so that grammar ଟା ଆପଣଙ୍କର ତା ଭିତରେ ରହି ଯାଉଛି ଆପଣ ଜାଣି ପାରୁନାହାନ୍ତି. It is hidden somewhere else. Sometimes you cannot locate it. ଆପଣ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ସାର୍ grammar ପଢଉନାହାନ୍ତି but ମୁଁ କୋଉଠି ନା କୋଉଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ grammar rules କହିଦେଉଛି. ମୁଁ କହୁଛି ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ଏଇ structure ଦେବି that is structure, that's a part of grammar. ଏଠି ଆପଣ V3 ଲଗେଇବେ that's a part of grammar. But ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମୁଁ direct grammar କଥା କହିବି. And we always feel part of speech like noun, pronoun, adjective, verb, adverb, like all things a part of speech. That is called pure grammar. adjective, predicative use, attributive use, grammar. Now, different types of noun, grammar, right? Adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of frequency, grammar. Noun clause, relative clause, adverb clause, grammar. So this is called direct grammar, where you can find it in competitive examinations, right? We are not teaching that here. We are going some structures, and the structures means that structures obey our grammar rules. And whenever we are trying to speak, we are trying to create a situation, and there is a corresponding structure is there, and that structure I am using. So obviously, all the spoken English we are learning, be assured that it obey all the rules and regulation of the grammar, right? That's very important. That's very important, my friends, right? And the second thing is that if somebody is telling you, like, spoken English is broken English, absolutely not. That guy doesn't know anything about the English. It depends a lot. And a lot of English teacher of English were there. They also feel the same. How can you say that? How dare you say that spoken English is equal to broken English? Absolutely not, my friends. Spoken English is something you can communicate something without pen and paper. Suppose you are putting me a message, or can say, I said, how are you? Is the right time to talk with you? Written communication. Hello, sir. Good morning. This is Dipti from here. Is it possible? Can I continue just 2 minutes, please? Spoken English. The spoken English coach can you say like that? I am doing the mistake. Oh my God, sir, I am doing the mistake here. I told it's wrong. Why? Because this is something called collocation. Whatever you do, you have to follow the rules and regulations of grammar. That's why it's called spoken English. That a part of communicative English. Communication of detached one. Hotel written communication, spoken English. And communicative English is pure grammar rules. It follow all the grammar rules. Out of this, communicative English का grammar rule कला, मैंने follow करो. And written English का spoken English के for you automatically. And there are few people, they are trying to distort the fact. They can't speak English. They are trying to demotivate. They are trying to, create some degree of, you can say, misconception, misguiding. This is called misguidance. They always tell spoken English equal to broken English. No, spoken English is not equal to broken English. Remember that's it. And you are learning spoken English, not broken English. ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଇଂଲିଶ ଅଛି that is broken English ଅଛି ଏବେ ଆପଣ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମୋ ସହିତ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ହୁଅନ୍ତି ଆପଣ broken English କୁହନ୍ତୁ ତା ମାନେ କଣ ହବ ନା full of errors and mistakes. Whenever there is an error or mistake, that is called broken English. Fluency ସହିତ broken English ର କିଛି ସମ୍ପର୍କ ନାହିଁ. ଯଦି ମନେକର ଆପଣ ମନେକର ମୁଁ fluently କହୁଛି but ମୁଁ ଏଇ mistake ଗୁଡା କରୁଛି. Hi guys, I am doing mistake here. ତ ମୁଁ କେତେ fluently କହିଦେବି but I am making mistake here. No? So I can say this is broken English. So remember, ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ ମାନେ ଆପଣ slowly କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଆପଣ କହୁଛନ୍ତି broken English, no, misconception. Fluency ଯୋଉମାନେ fluently କହୁଛନ୍ତି, I have the luxury of talking with so many guys that ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଛନ୍ତି every day we are putting arts and are getting some queries and we are putting a lot of work. ଯେତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ କଥାବାର୍ତ୍ତା ହଉଛି, they are speaking broken English. ତାମାନେ ତାଙ୍କ ଇଂଲିଶ ରେ କିଛି ନା କିଛି गलत माने जिंस रहउछि मे भी से माने कोटे कलोकेशन वाइज फुल करथुंती जदि मु आपन कहति I saw a dream last night. Look, get the fluent mu कहते it is wrong and it's called broken English. So whenever I say broken English, it is full of errors and mistakes. That's all. So it is nothing to do with spoken English. Spoken English is always follow rules and regulation of English literature or grammar. So whenever somebody asks you like, oh, you are learning spoken English. Okay, it's a broken English. Just give hot and cold. Then you guys don't know anything. Before creating a fake YouTube channel and trying to misguide the people of Odisha, you should know the difference between spoken English, broken English, written communication, what is communicated English. So at least, just like my brother and sister, I want to not be misguided. So that's why it is just like, eye-opening session. Just like, I want to, guide you properly. So I have given these things. If you know, that's okay. If you don't know, this is going to help you. right? If somebody is telling you, sir, spoken English means broken English, that never happens. Broken English means whenever you are making mistake. If somebody will tell that I am suffering from cold, wrong. Because suffer is something, it is go with fever and that's called location. Suffer cannot hold it. And you have to catch. I have caught a cold. Why can I'm catch. So I can say I'm suffering from cold. That's a wrong sentence. Even it is called broken English. And the correct one will be I have caught a cold. That is called spoken English. I am doing mistake. Or suppose I'll ask you, who has written this one? Sir, I have written this one. Written comments. Who has written this? It's me. Spoken English. Right? So spoken English, written English. Guys, are you listening to me? Suppose Jogeshwar sir, guys, are you listening to me, sir? Yes, sir. I'm listening to you. Written English. Say somebody, Jyotirmoy ma'am, yes, sir. I am all ears. Spoken English. So spoken English and broken English can be how why you are misguiding people. Second thing is that, guys, don't pay the bill. I am going to pay the bill. It's a me. The first one is called written communication, and the second one is spoken English. Do you think it's broken English? No. Broken English means you guys are making 100% mistake in some of them. And that is called broken English. So we know three kind of English. One is called broken English. And who made the mistake? They do making mistake. Broken English. Non-native speaker. Who are non-native speaker? We, you, and everybody. Non-native speaker. Non-native speaker like you and me make a lot of mistake, and this is called broken English. So what is the solution? Solution, this is the pyramid. Pyramid. So this is the lowest standard. Broken English. This is called broken English. English can join join you are trying to speak whatever the English you are telling, that is called broken English. You are trying to refine yourself. That is called English can I have taught you, or I'm going to teach you, or I'm teaching you a lot of things. So knowledge positive, then you can say I'm learning spoken English. So spoken English is broken English minus errors. Minus errors. There shouldn't be no errors in the. If it's a broken English rule, error bahar kar debe, then spoken English. How they become same? It's really, I thought of always whenever I find something, I always share with you, because I always consider you are my extended family. Every day, throughout the month, even I cannot see my mom most of the time, but we can see each other every day. So that's why I always consider you all as my extended family. So this is a kind of information. This is a kind of information. Don't take it as a knowledge. It is knowledge, but the information mo pass kar li. Just like if somebody is telling you, like, spoken English mein chalega, kuch nahi chalega. Spoken English means purely all the rules and regulations of grammar. It is all about speaking the right English. केतरे से भूल करिवेनी कि माइंड रे गोटे लगेबेनी जे हम तो इंग्लिश कोन से गोटे भूल करते काहे भूल करे tell me why did it make mistake, then it becomes a broken English. It becomes a broken English. The broken English is not equal to spoken English, and spoken English is not equal to broken English, not vice versa. They are different. English that is called broken English. Even you are fluent, you are making mistake. So that is called broken English. With that much of knowledge, practice and everything, you are trying to rectify some mistakes. Every day you are trying to rectify mistakes. Then you are trying to speak spoken English. And when you become very fluent in spoken English, then there is another form of is called business communication. How can you speak it in a business environment? Do you think the same kind of English I'm going to teach you? Are you going to tell in a business environment? Is it presentation purpose? No, there's something else. Like the next version, I'm going to teach. Don't worry. Everything is there storing for. I have stored everything for you. কিন্তু ଟିକେ ଟାଇମ ଦରକାର ଆପଣ ସମସ୍ତେ ପେସେଣ୍ଟଲି ସମସ୍ତେ ଶୁଣନ୍ତୁ ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ କେତେ ବାଟ ଯାଇଛି and how things are actually evolving. ଯଦି ଆପଣ କିଛି ସଜେସନ ଅଛି also you can make suggestion, not give suggestion. Give suggestion କହିବେନି, make suggestion. Follow question. So please, can I give a suggestion? Broken English. Can I make suggestion? Spoken English. So ଆପଣ କେତେ ବୁଝା ପଡୁଛି? You understand what exactly? Can I get a thumbs up mark from everybody? Sir, I'm actually getting my point. Yeah. So this is all about something called spoken English and broken English. Spoken English is not equal to broken English, and broken is not equal to spoken English. Whenever you refer something called broken English, it is full of errors. And remember, one misconception is there. ଆପଣ ମାନେ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ, oh my god, he fluently ସେ କହୁଛି. Fluently ସହିତ spoken English ବା broken English ଲିକେଜ ନଥାଏ. ଧରନ୍ତୁ ଆପଣ fluent କହୁଛନ୍ତି, but ଆପଣ ଏଇ mistake ଟା କରୁଛନ୍ତି. ତ what you can say? ତାମାନେ ଆପଣ fluent କହିଦେଲେ ବୋଲି ଆପଣ ମାନେ broken ଟା spoken ହେଇଗଲା? No. ମୁଁ ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ କହି କ'ଣ କହି? Speak properly. Hassle free English. Powerful English. ମୁଁ ସଦାବେଳେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କୁହେ, ଆପଣ ଶୁଣିଥିବେ ଯେ what is powerful English? Powerful English may not fluently. ଆପଣ fluent ନ ହେଇପାରନ୍ତି, but ଯାହା କହୁଥିବେ perfectly. All the rules of the ground, rules and regulations of the ground. That is called powerful English. ଆପଣ ଦେଖୁଥିବେ ଟେଲିଭିଜନ ଡିବେଟ ରେ ବିଲ୍ ଗେଟ୍ ବସନ୍ତି ବା ଆମର ନାରାୟଣ କୃଷ୍ଣମୂର୍ତ୍ତି ଇନଫୋସିସ୍ ଫାଉଣ୍ଡର ସେ ବସନ୍ତି. A lot of dignitaries of foreign dignitaries ବହୁତ ଲୋକ ବସନ୍ତି. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ ତାଙ୍କ ଡିବେଟ ଶୁଣିବେ ସେମାନେ ଫ୍ଲୁଏଣ୍ଟ ନୁହନ୍ତି. ଆପଣ ଭାବୁଛନ୍ତି ସେମାନେ ଫ୍ଲୁଏଣ୍ଟ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଫରେନ୍ ଆକ୍ସେଣ୍ଟ ରେ କୁହନ୍ତି? ନୋ. କିନ୍ତୁ ସେ ଯୋଉ ୱାର୍ଡ ଟା କହିବେ ସେଟା କ୍ୟାଚି ୱାର୍ଡ ଥିବ. ଆପଣ ଶୁଣି ୱାଓ, ଆପଣ ଫିଲ୍ ହେବ ଲାଇକ୍ ଶଶି ତରୁଣଙ୍କର ମୁଁ ଗୋଟେ ଶୁଣିଥିଲି. ଶଶି ତରୁଣ ଯିଏ ହଉଛନ୍ତି ଏମପି ଆଣ୍ଡ ଇଜ ଅଣ୍ଡର ସେକ୍ରେଟାରୀ ଆଣ୍ଡ one of the finest speaker in the world from India also I can say. ତ ଆମେ କହୁଛେ like you know ସେ ତାଙ୍କ ଘରଟା ଦେଖଉଥିଲେ and just wow, this is my rudimentary ମାନେ ବେଶୀ କେତେ ବଢିଆ ୱାର୍ଡ, very small word ସେ କୁହନ୍ତି, it's rudimentary. So everything has been stuck up for me. Take it clear for Infosys to grow the next. Infosys ସେଦିନ କହୁଥିଲେ ନାରାୟଣ କୃଷ୍ଣମୂର୍ତ୍ତି. I have the privilege of going through that topic. ସେଦିନ ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲି and he was telling like this, deck is clear for Infosys to achieve the next good style. Deck is clear. Deck is clear means all the negative has been removed from the system. So ସେମାନେ ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଇଂଲିଶ କୁହନ୍ତି, ସେମାନେ ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ସ୍ପୋକନ ଇଂଲିଶ କୁହନ୍ତି. ଆଉ ଦେଖିଥିବେ ଅନେକ ଗୁଡିଏ ଲୋକ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତି ବିଶେଷ ତ ସେମାନେ କ'ଣ କରନ୍ତି ନା ବହୁତ ମାନେ ଫ୍ଲୁଏଣ୍ଟ ତ କୁହନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ they make a lot of mistake. So that is called broken English. Spoken English is not broken English. With fluency has nothing to do. Fluency has nothing to do. ଆପଣ ଭାବୁଥିବେ ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକଟେ fluently କହୁଛି ମାନେ wow, this is real spoken English. Wrong. ବୁଝନ୍ତୁ, change your mindset. ଗୋଟେ ଲୋକ fluently କହୁଛି, ମୁଁ ଆମ ଗ୍ରୁପରେ ଅନେକ ପିଲାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଛି. I don't want to name them out, but ସେମାନେ fluently କହନ୍ତି, but they make mistake. That is the part of broken English. କିନ୍ତୁ ମୁଁ ବି ଦେଖିଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଅନେକ ପୁରା ମାନେ ସ୍ଲୋଲି କୁହନ୍ତି ବା ଯାହା କୁହନ୍ତି ପୁରା ପରଫେକ୍ଟଲି କୁହନ୍ତି. That is called spoken English. Now choice is yours. Do you want to learn broken English or spoken English? So first try to learn spoken English, then add fluency. ପ୍ରଥମେ ଆପଣ spoken English ଶିଖନ୍ତୁ with right kind of approach, right kind of ଯାହା ମୁଁ ଦଉଛି, ତାପରେ fluency add କରନ୍ତୁ. Fluency କେମିତି add କରିବେ? ଏଠି gear box ନାହିଁ, ଆପଣ ଲଗେଇ ଦେବେ. How can you add fluency? Practice. ତାର gear box ହେଲା practice କରନ୍ତୁ ଅଧିକ fluency ଆସିବ. But ଆପଣ reverse ରେ ଯିବେ, ଆଗ ମୁଁ fluency ହେଇଯିବି and you are making mistake, then throughout life you will make mistake in the broken English. ଆପଣ broken English ହେଇକି ରହିଯିବେ, spoken English କହିପାରିବେ. So remember, those who are very much interested for fluency, dear friends, try to learn spoken English first. Spoken English ମାନେ ଯାହା କହୁଥିବେ perfect. There should be all the rules and regulation of grammar. देखो मु जो स्ट्रक्चर दउछि मु आपन पुरे ए सिचुएशन रे एटा व्यवहार करे कोइ आपन आपन जे देखिबे तो wallet taken so many classes of mine so you can check it out like जे कोन सी वीडियो हो आपन चेक करियो मु कोइ जे आपन ए जिंसटा यूज करो that's pretty important for you guys absolutely important and once you get that level spoken english हे गला do practice ଆଉ fluency बढ़ेनी कोन से fluency more into practice more into fluency आपण भाबु छी fluency ପାଇଁ आपण କିଛି एक्स्ट्रा जिंस तो करना थे मोर आवश्यकता दरकार नहीं मैडम सर माने मोर आवश्यकता दरकार नहीं without me you can be fluent if you speak every day आज मु आपण मान सहित कहि परछि अधिक लोकन सहित कथा द मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम I do a lot of conversation on a daily basis so I become fluent तो आपण माने भी fluent है परिबे how confluence fluency is a part of is a product of your communicating something daily that is a repetitive work आपण गोटे बारंबार करी देखो जेतले आपण प्रथम थर पई लाइक यू नो कीबोर्ड कंप्यूटर कीबोर्ड चलो देखने पूरा कीबोर्ड टा लक्ष्य करी के आपण देखियो कीबोर्ड टा को टोटल लक्ष्य करी के माने मोटा लक्ष्य करी मार बट इट विल टेक टाइम जेतले आपण फ्लुएंट हे जिवे आपण देखियो एंटिंग so how fluency come it's a kind of fluency आपण जे नुवा करी गाड़ी चलेले देखिबे सब जिंसडा लक्ष्य करी क्लच ठीक रे पड़ मत गियर बॉक्स ठीक रे पड़ मत but once you do a lot of practice जेतले अधिक चले छारिबे so just like that you can say spoken english is a part of something called you can say spoken english is just like a part of you know 1 minute so I can say that spoken english is something that first you have to learn spoken english means it is a part of communicating english let me paraphrase it. It is something called communicative English. Communicative English, it is used to communicate among people. You can communicate. You can express your views, your ideas, your thoughts, right? It can be used in two ways. One is the written communication, that you know, putting mails and letters and everything, or writing, you know, messaging or mobile phones, and something called spoken English. Spoken English that you can do every day. You can check it out, like speak it out. And you are learning spoken English. And spoken English always follow all the rules and regulations of grammar. Right? I've given a lot of examples, you can check it out. And wherever I say broken English, it is full of errors. And one more misconception is that fluency has nothing to do with spoken English or broken English. जदि अधिक जन फ्लुएंट हो जाउछि से बढ़िया इंग्लिश कहउछि आपण भाबंती नो रॉन्ग जदि से एक्चुअली ठीक स्पोकन इंग्लिश कोछि फ्लुएंट से हेइ परबो किंतु आगो आपण फ्लुएंट सिखिकी ता पर जेतला आपण ब्रोकन इंग्लिश कहबे दैट्स इट वेरी यू नो बैड थिंग्स आपण से को बाहर करी so always remember try to do broken english first try to learn spoken english then it is something called broken english that's very important right so let me tell you you know that's very much important whenever I say spoken English and